A Java package is a group of similar type of classes, uh, interfacing and sub packages, and packages in Java can be categorized in two different type of forms. One is a built-in package, and second one is a user-defined package. Clear in my voice? It is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. So built-in package in the sense, whenever you install in your software, in your computer, so automatically and defaultly built in the packages. And another way, user defined packages also is there. That user in manually creating that packages. With the packages, within the packages, you have to create the classes. So that packages are class of categorate, what is that, segregating the files. In that purpose only, you have to create that packages. Clear? Any doubt? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay. So this package is a container which can segregate the files in the Java source file in the Java project. So that segregating purpose, you have to create this packages. Uh, Actually, user-defined packages in manually that user, it can be segregating the classes. Why? Because there are many built-in packages such as a Java and Lang, JavaX, SwingNet, IO, Util, SQL, and these are all types. There's a many packages is using in different type of software. If public or private accessing specified purpose, that packages actually you are not creating any that packages. So actually is not used than the default that classes. Any packages or any software you cannot use than by default the classes and methods and data fields also. Um, with the creating of the packages only, you have to create the classes and methods and data fields. Um, Actually, without the packages, without the creating of the packages, if you want to create that method and classes and data files, if you want to create, so what type of problems you have to get that packages? Without the packaging, without the usage of the packaging, if you want to use that class method and a data field and these are all things, what type of problems or what type of errors you want to get in your programming? Tell me that, guys.
Sir,
Did you understand my point?
no, sir.
If you want to using the packages, within the packages, you did not receive. Hello, tell me that. Tell me,
Sir.
Chetan, Shivani, Monica, Shanti, Tahir. Tell me that without the using of that packages, if you want to use that classes and methods and data fields, so what type of problems you getting?
Default error, sir.
Default error. Okay. So without the packages, you cannot be created that classes and methods and fields.
No, sir. Without
No,
without
sir.
packages, if we create means there will be an error, sir. Installation boot error, something we will get, sir.
Without the package.
Sir. Without the package, if we create the class, we will get the error, sir, while executing the program.
Sure. Just I want to share my Eclipse screen. Tell me that.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
So here, okay. Here I want to create that class. Okay. Source file is there. So here I want to create that class. So that class name, for example, test class name. So here I want to create the test class name. So here any package usage is there?
No, sir.
No. Yes. Yes.
Sir.
Okay. Here I want to one more. Here I already created that class file, but you cannot be created any package on the time that Java it can be created the package. What type of package it can be created?
Default.
Yes, default package. Without the using of that class, that Java it can be created the default package. Under this default package, you have to create that class only. Clear?
Sir.
So that default package it can be mentioned. You are not
No, sir.
mentioning. You are not mentioning this class, but and here also you have to create that sort. What is that? If you want to create any programming on the time also, that program it can be execute. It's no problem. It cannot be providing any error. Yes or no?
Sir.
Once again, you have to test it and here also you have to create one more class, that is the test2. Test2 and public. Just you have to select that. Yes, and here you have to create one moment. See here, without the package, you have written a one programming. This program getting any error? Hello?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No. So that's why without the package also you have to write the program. So that Java it cannot be given any error. But what the uses of this package? Without a package, you cannot. You have to establish that class of number of classes you have to establish. But with the package, this is the system generated package. That one is the system generated package. That what you call that one default package, built-in package, built-in package. That user cannot be created. That built-in packages. Clear?
Sir.
Yes, user defined packages in the sense that user it can be created in manually. That is the user defined packages. That are many built-in packages such as Java, Lang, AWT, Java X, Swing, Swingnet, IO. These are all different type of built-in packages available in your Java. If public or private access and specifiers is not. What is that? Yes, okay. If public or private, so these are all access specifiers is not used then by the default the classes and methods and default and data fields. This is a called package, private or package accessing. Okay, so that package accessing purpose you have to using that access modifiers. Those are all accessing modifiers are package, private and public. Clear?
Sir.
Yes. So package accessing purpose, you have to create that the what is the packages, some of the packages. For on that purpose, I have to give some of the examples. One moment. Just you have to share this paint. So here you have to create some of the program. See here. See here. So that package using purpose, you have to create that. What is that package? Package test. So you have to use that package. That package name is test, for example. So here you have to written on that package. Under that package, you have to create this program. What is that? Test class. Okay. So here different type of variables you have to use. You have to given. So this package is a variable is a data type is a integer, and this modifier accessing data accessing modifier is a public. This variable containing only public accessing modifier, and B, you cannot be given any access modifier, and this is the private modifier. This variable containing only private accessing modifier, and here you have to given you have to written a one type of method. This method containing for that public modifier, and here also one type of method you have to written. So this method, it cannot be assigning any modifier, and here also you have to given a one type of a special private modifier. Clear? Here three type of what is that methods you have to give
Methods.
methods you have to using in your programming. And first method is the public accessing modifier, and second method is the it cannot be containing any of the method modifiers, and third one is the containing only private modifier. Okay, clear? So here this program is there, but these type of methods you have to access in another class. So on that purpose, you have to using and one more programming. So that program retaining purpose, it can be taken a lot of time, and that's why that time consumption purpose I have to already and predefined that programming I have to given. Just clear this. It is visible. Yeah, it is visible. Visible to all. Clear, students. You are accessing my screen.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. See here. Right. And see here. Here you have to using one type of variable and different type of variables you have to using three type of variables you have to using in different type of variables, and you have to accessing from this different type of methods also. See here, for example, right.
Do you know what a writ of mandamus is, Mr. Milenga? It is asking the government to do the duty which is ought to do, and not to do the duty which is ought not to do. Is this enough, or do you need a warrant of arrest to refrain you from doing offensive act?
What is that sound? TV. What is that audio, guys? Can you respond? It is visible my screen.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See here. Here you have to create one object. Here you have to create one object. Through this object, you have to accessing that variables only. Clear? So here, whenever you accessing from this class, here you have to accessing from this class only that variable. That variable accessing purpose, just you have to create one class. So here, just that object, just you have to create this object. So this object it can be accessing from this a variable. So whenever calling from this class, that variable, it can be allowed. Why? Because that variable containing that accessing modifier is public accessing modifier. Clear? Hello? Yes. And here you have to using that public modifier. In that way, the other class, you have to import that class file only, that package only. So how to import that class package in the sense, in this way, using that import and class name. So where you have to accessing from that class name only you have to represent here. So then you have to use the dot, and this is the new class name. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So import, just you have to use this keyword, import keyword, and this is where you get the data from that class. That class name only you have to mention here and use and dot, and here this is the new class name. Okay, and just you have to use that class name. This is the class name only, test what is that, test main class. So here just you have to remove that main. Yes, this is the class name only, new class name, and here you have to create it by the from the using of class name only, where you have to access from that class using of that class name, you have to create this object. Clear? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Yes.
సార్ ఎక్లిప్స్ లోనే చేద్దాం కదా సార్ ఇది ఎక్లిప్స్ లోనే
First you have to understand. First of all, you have to understand this one. Okay, this is the creating that object. Then you have to using of that object. This is the variable name object dot that variable. Which variable you want to call, that variable just you have to access. Try to accessing that variable only. So whenever accessing that variable, then it can be allowed. Why? Because from that class, in that class, that variable, it can be accessing modifier is the public. In that way, that variable, it can be accessible, it can be allowed, and new classes where you have to accessing. So in second one, that b variable from that class name, it can be accessing. So it is not getting any answer. Why? Because here the data modifiers you cannot be assigned from this variable. On that way, that variable, it cannot be accessed. Clear? And third one,
సార్ ఇప్పుడు సార్
tell me that.
ఇప్పుడు సార్ నాకు ఇప్పుడు ఒక ప్యాకేజ్ నుంచి ఇంకో ప్యాకేజ్ కి మనము యాక్సెస్ ఇస్తున్నామా సార్, లేదంటే ఒక ప్యాకేజ్ లో ఉన్న క్లాస్ నుంచి ఇంకో క్లాస్ కి ఇస్తున్నామా సార్?
No. Here you have to create one package. Okay. What is that package means? Test package.
Sir.
You have to using this
ప్యాకేజ్ టెస్ట్.
Yes, that package, that class, entire the class accessing purpose, how to import that package only, and another classes. Ante oka class.
Sir, what is the purpose of using of that import keyword, sir?
Import keywords in the sense, where you have to using that package here you have to import. Whenever you import that package, then that entire that class, it can be allowed for the accessing. Without this importing classes or import the package, you cannot access that package. This is the manual importing.
Package and put output rada.
Ela?
అక్కడ ఇంపోర్ట్ టెస్ట్ క్లాస్ అని ఉంది కదా సార్, అక్కడ ఇంపోర్ట్ ప్లేస్ లో ఇన్ కేస్ మనం పబ్లిక్ గానీ అదే ప్యాకేజ్ ప్లేస్ చేస్తే అవుట్పుట్ రాదా?
రాదు. ఎందుకు రాదు
అంటే ఏమని వస్తుంది సార్?
ఒకసారి చూడండి. అలా ఎందుకు రాదు అని అంటే, ఇక్కడ టెస్ట్ అనేటువంటిది మనం బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ లో మీకు చూపిస్తాను చూడండి. ఇక్కడ
ఎక్లిప్స్ లో రన్ చేసి చూపించండి సార్.
ఓకే, ఒకసారి ఇక్కడ చూడండి. మనం
సరే
ప్యాకేజ్ అనేటువంటి దాన్ని మనం చేయాలనుకుంటే సి డ్రైవ్ లో ఆ యూజర్ అనేటువంటి దాని దగ్గర ఎక్లిప్స్ వర్క్ స్పేస్ అనేటువంటి దానిలోకి వెళ్తే మీకు ఇక్కడ ఇది విజువల్ అవుతుందా నా స్క్రీన్?
సార్ లేదు సార్, స్క్రీన్
Okay.
సార్.
చూడండి, విజువల్ అవుతుందా ఇప్పుడు? చూడండి, సి డ్రైవ్ లో యూజర్స్ అనేటువంటి వాళ్ళ దగ్గర ఒక యూజర్ అనేటువంటి దాన్ని సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటే హియర్ ఇట్ విల్ బి అవైలబుల్ దట్ ఎక్లిప్స్ వర్క్ స్పేస్. క్లియర్? So
Yes,
whenever you accessing that Eclipse workspace, so here the number of packages it can be available. So see here, just you have to observe this one. Here abstract package also, default package also is there, and abstract class package also is there. Can you observe? Just you have to compare this abstract class and abstract, and this is the abstract class package, and this is the where it is the and abstract package also is there, and EdgeQ, and this is the EdgeQ package. EdgeQ project. Just you have to go this EdgeQ, and in that source only you have to create a number of classes. These are all the classes. So here what you have to understand, whenever you using that dot, whenever you using that dot in left side, that is the source folder. Clear? See here, it is visible my paint screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, here you have to using that dot name only. So whenever using this dot, so this is the one folder and this is the one file. So this is the one folder. In this folder only it can be created this class file. This is the this notepad file. Clear? If you want to use any here also, if you want to use any dot, so this is also one type of dot. One type of folder only. So in this folder you have to create this class name. So in the same way, and here also it can be accessing. See, this is the folder, this is the project or package.
Folder, sir.
Folder, okay. This is the project or package. Each and
Project, sir.
ప్రాజెక్ట్ నేమ్ సార్.
project. How can you identify this is the project? Each and every project it containing starting letter is the com dot. Clear?
ఓకే.
Yes, package. If you identify by the seeing of that folder, it is the package either what is that project. So how can you identify in the sense? So whenever you seeing that in the starting, in the beginning of that folder name, com dot. So if it is starting that com dot, that is a package. Without the com dot, that name you have to assign, that is the package project only. So this is the project actually. So here this is the package only. Just you have to go this package, and then where you have to create that class on the source only you have to create that class file. So on that's why you have to double click on that bin, then you have to observe this test. What is that class files only, and again you have to go that abstract class and double click on that source file, and then it can be created that com file. Clear? Why? Because in left side Eclipse file, just you have to observe. When I'm seeing this, my cursor is moving. Hello?
No, sir.
No? One moment. That's why every time I'm asking that. Yeah, see here. It is moving my cursor. It is visible.
Eclipse screen is visible, sir.
Yes, on that Eclipse screen, my mouse is moving. It's observing that one.
No, sir. It's not adding.
It is not moving. On that
Yes, sir.
Eclipse, my point.
సార్ ఇట్స్ మూవింగ్ సార్.
Ah,
సార్ మూవింగ్ సార్.
okay, right. See here, that package, when you're observing that package, it can be there in starting that letter com dot. Yes or no?
సార్.
Yes, com dot. Com is a one folder and Java is a one folder. In that Java only you have to create that class. That is the difference. That is the using of that dot. Clear? See.
ఓకే.
see here, when I am using this, what is that package? com.java.abstract class. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So just you have to go that folder, then that folder is containing that source file. That source file, with the source, on that source file only you have to create that package, or anywhere you have to create that package?
Source file only, sir.
Only source folder only. On that source folder only you have to create that package. On that package, how can you create that package in the sense? First you have to give a com.java.abstract class name. So on that way, whenever you're creating that com dot, then automatically in backend that Eclipse, it can be created one folder, com folder, that is the com. Then again it can be there in Java. Yes or no? com.java.abstract class, and again a number of classes is there. Clear? That is the usage. Clear?
Yes, sir.
In that way you have to access that classes only. Why you are in that way, why you are selecting in that way classes usage, in the sense that here you have to create it, one moment, here you have to create it and classes, what type of classes? Built-in package classes, user defined package classes. So in previous com.java.abstract classes, that is the user defined package. That is the user defined package. So that user defined packaging purpose, you have to give in a generated by the using of com folder, Java folder, abstract class folder. In that abstract class folder, you have to create a number of classes. In that way, why you are creating in that way? In the sense, actually, what is that? Packages are classes aggregating purpose. You have to create it in that way. That classes aggregating. So why? Because in the same name you have to using number of classes within the project or within the package. In that time, that is not a possible in our Java. So that segregation is very important. So with the segregation, you have to create a number of the same names you have to create it in that particular package. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and previous already I have to shown that on the desktop you have to created one folder with the using of one class name. You have to created one folder, and again whenever creating with the using of the same name, it is possible you have to created that folder with the using of same name. You have to create any folder in the same place or in the same address.
No, sir.
Yes, that is not a possible. That is not a possible. Within with the using of same name, you cannot be created any folder. So some much of difference whenever you assigning that folder, then only it can be created. So actually in our Java, same methods you have to create it, or same class names also you have to create it within the one project only. So on the time, that is not a possible. In that way, that name class names segregation purpose, or that functionality, whenever you using the same name classes, whenever using in the within the same packages, actually on the time whenever compiling that program, it cannot be identified which program I want to compile or which class I want to compile in this package. So that compiler, it can be what is that? That is not a good identification, that compiler purpose. In that way, you have to segregate that classes. Then only that class, it should be in separately and individually it can be executing. So on that time, you have to get the good result on that programming. Clear?
సార్ ఒకసారి రైట్ సైడ్ కోడ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి సార్. రైట్ సైడ్ కోడ్ సార్, ప్యాకేజెస్ కింద ఇంపోర్ట్ టెస్ట్ క్లాస్.
Okay. So here just you have to observe, this is the one programming, this is the one programming, and this is the another class. This is the one class, and this is the another class. Without the packages, without the creating packages, you have to what is that? Creating these two classes. Clear? Without the package using, you have to create these two classes. So on the time, you have to import that class and different type where you have to accessing from that class. Just you have to import the class name only. Just to observe this in Eclipse, I have to what is that? To write on the programming. Just to clearly, just you have to observe. Test one. I have to close
Sir,
this.
screen, sir.
Yeah, okay, sure. Okay, it is okay?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Yes. So here you have to create one class. So here different type of variables you have to using. Clear? One is the public variable, and second one is the without accessing that modifier, you have to assigning that your variable, and third one is the private modifier you have to using. Clear?
Sir.
Yes, and these variables accessing purpose, you have to create a different type of methods also. So this method is the public variable, public method, and this method is a private method. Clear? Hello, guys?
సార్ ఎందుకు సార్ అట్లా ప్రైవేట్ పబ్లిక్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారు? అది అర్థం కావడం లేదు సార్.
ప్రైవేట్ పబ్లిక్ నువ్వు ప్రీవియస్ చెప్పిన క్లాస్ నువ్వు మర్చిపోయావు. అయితే యాక్సెస్ మోడిఫైయర్స్ అనేటువంటి వాటిని మనం టాపిక్ చెప్పుకున్నప్పుడు ఏం చెప్పాం? different way whenever you providing that access modifier, how to access that variable.
సార్ అట్లా కాదు సార్, నిన్న కూడా మేము ఒక శివాని, నేను, వెంకటయ్య వీళ్ళందరం కలిసి ఒక కోడ్ కూడా రాసాం సార్. దానికి ప్రొటెక్ట్ ఇస్తేనే కోడ్ అవుట్పుట్ వస్తుంది. ఇన్ కేస్ పబ్లిక్ చేంజ్ చేసినా సరే వస్తుంది. అక్కడ ఎట్లా అంటే ఏ మోడిఫైర్ యాక్సెస్ చేయగలుగుతుందో అర్థం కావడం లేదు సార్ మాకు.
సార్ మోడిఫైయర్ కోడ్ ఒకసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి సార్. ప్రతి దానికి మాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు సార్. ఇప్పుడు ఒకవేళ ప్రైవేట్ కూడా ఎలా కాల్ చేయాలి ఒకటే లో అనేసి అర్థం కావట్లేదు సార్.
మేము రాసిన కోడ్ ప్రైవేట్ ఇచ్చినా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది, ప్రొటెక్ట్ ఇచ్చినా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది సార్. అంటే అట్లా అవ్వకూడదు కదా, అంటే కొన్ని రిస్ట్రిక్టెడ్ గా ఉంటాయి కదా సార్. అంటే
అవును సరే, ఒకసారి చూడండి
అది ఎందుకు అట్లా అవుతుందో అర్థం కావడం లేదు సార్.
మనం యాక్సెస్ మోడిఫైయర్స్ అనే టాపిక్ చెప్పినప్పుడు మీరు క్లాస్ లో ఉన్నారా?
అప్పుడు స్టార్టింగ్ లో మేము రాలేదు సార్.
లేదు సార్, మేము రాలేదు. మోడిఫైయర్స్ క్లాస్ చెప్పినప్పుడు మేము వినలేదు సార్.
చేతన్, నువ్వు ఉన్నావా?
సార్ ఉన్నా సార్.
మీరు మోడిఫైయర్స్ పెట్టారు కానీ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ ఏం పెట్టలేదు సార్. మీరు అప్లోడ్ ఏం చేయలేదు.
తాహిర్ నువ్వు ఉన్నావు కదా?
ఉన్నాను సార్.
ఓకే రైట్. వెంకటయ్య?
సార్ ఉన్నాను.
ఓకే రైట్. సరే, వీళ్ళిద్దరూ లేరు అయినా కూడా ఒకసారి నేను చెప్తాను, ఒకసారి వినండి. ఒకసారి మనం యాక్సెస్ మోడిఫైయర్ అనేటువంటి దానికి ఎలా అంటానంటే పబ్లిక్ ఎలా ఈ యాక్సెస్ మోడిఫైయర్స్ అనేటువంటి ఎన్ని రకాలుగా ఉంటాయంటే డిఫాల్ట్, పబ్లిక్, ప్రైవేట్, ప్రొటెక్ట్. సో ఈ 4 టైప్స్ లో మనకి యాక్సెస్ మోడిఫైయర్స్ అనేటువంటివి ఉంటాయి. పబ్లిక్ అనేటువంటిది ఎప్పుడైతే నువ్వు అసైన్ చేసావో, ఈ పబ్లిక్ అనేటువంటిది ఏంటంటే మీకు నేను ఆల్రెడీ ఒక నెట్వర్క్ అనేటువంటి దాన్ని యాక్సెస్ చేసి ఒక డయాగ్రామ్ లో నేను మీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను. ఎలా అనంటే పబ్లిక్ అనేటువంటిది ఎప్పుడైతే ఒక వేరియబుల్ అనేటువంటి దాన్ని పబ్లిక్ గా మనం యూజ్ చేస్తున్నామో, పబ్లిక్ అనేటువంటిది ఏంటంటే ఏ క్లాస్ అయినా, వేరే డిఫరెంట్ గా ఉన్నటువంటి ఏ క్లాస్ అయినా ఈ వేరియబుల్ అనేటువంటి దాన్ని యాక్సెస్ చేయొచ్చు. ఎన్ని నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ క్లాసెస్ అయినప్పటికీ కూడా ఆ వేరియబుల్ అనేటువంటి దాన్ని యాక్సెస్ చేయొచ్చు. సో దానికి నేను ఒక పెయింట్ లో నేను డ్రా చేసి చూపిస్తాను చూడండి ఒకసారి. పెయింట్ స్క్రీన్ విజిబుల్ అవుతుందా?
నో సార్.
లేదు
సార్.
సార్, విజిబుల్ అవుతుంది సార్.
విజువల్ అవుతుందా? ఓకే రైట్. మనకి పెయింట్ స్క్రీన్ అనేటువంటి దాన్ని విజువల్ ఒకసారి ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇక్కడ మనం ఒక వేరియబుల్ అనేటువంటిది, ఇది ఒక వేరియబుల్ అని అనుకుందాం. సో ఇది ఒక వేరియబుల్, ఇక్కడ ఒక వేరియబుల్ ఉంది. సో ఈ వేరియబుల్స్ అనేటువంటి వాటికి మనం ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ లో యూజ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం వేరియబుల్స్ అనేటువంటి. ఈ వేరియబుల్స్ ని ప్రోగ్రామ్ లో యూజ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఈ వేరియబుల్స్ అనేటువంటి వాటికి మనం యాక్సెస్ అంటే ఒక క్లాస్ లో ఉన్నటువంటి వేరియబుల్స్ ని వేరే క్లాస్ లో ఉన్నటువంటి క్లాస్ లో వేరియబుల్స్ అనేటువంటి వాటిని మెన్షన్ చేయకుండా ప్రీవియస్ క్లాస్ లో ఉన్నటువంటి వేరియబుల్స్ ని యాక్సెస్ చేయడానికి మనం ఏమిస్తామని అంటే వాటిని ఏమంటారు అంటే యాక్సెస్ మోడిఫైయర్స్ అని అంటాం. అంటే అండ్ ఇన్ డిఫరెంట్ వేస్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు యాక్సెస్